Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're back over on the test server. If you can't tell, I'm really excited because we get to look at the new hero, the new Mauler hero, Titus, and I'm super pumped because he's going to work well with Gwyneth, so I can't wait to summon again on my Gwyneth account. He's going to be the one Mauler that I target because we'll get into that in a sec, but we're also going to look at the animations for the new Graveborn dude. We're going to look at the formations, the filters, and the Hogan and Muriel changes at the end. But the main thing for this video is Titus, and he's honestly, I think he's my new favorite hero in the game. I think he tops Screg for me. Just the design of him looks wicked. He reminds me, okay, we'll go through his skills and then I'll tell you guys why I love his design and everything about him. Because when we go to test hero, he looks so fun. So, ultimate. Titus, and I still don't know the whatchamacallits, the signature abilities. Once I find out those, I will cover those as well. So that's going to be even more exciting to me. But Twisted Fate. Titus spirals into a whirlwind that engulfs the battlefield, dealing 160% damage to all enemies that he passes, finally pouncing on the weakest enemy for 180% damage. Skill ups are just damage increases. Cool beans. Sounds really cool, looks pretty cool, but we'll get into the looks of it in a sec. Frenzied Strikes. Now, this is what I'm absolutely pumped about because it works. I feel like this is one of those ones that is not going to be able to get interrupted, and it actually does like knockbacks as it happens. It means he's going to work with Gwyneth. You can put him in there. He's going to knock back the enemy straight for Gwyneth's arrows, and they can't stop it by the looks of it. I'll have to actually properly test against every hero, but when you watch the animations, it looks good. So, Titus slices the enemy standing in front of him in a vicious 5-stage attack, dealing 60% damage per attack to the target. That's 300 damage multiplier, not too bad. Due to profuse blood loss, the enemy target suffers 65% damage per second over 8 seconds when they move. Like, that's a lot of damage. When it says when they move, the next skill is going to be massive for that. It's actually really nice. So, this skill. Titus lets out a ferocious howl that terrifies his enemies, causing them to flee from his vicinity for 5 seconds. After howling, Titus' movement speed and attack is increased by 35%. Movement speed is increased by 35% and his attack rating increased by 20% for 10 seconds. And look at the skill up. Nearby allies also receive the movement speed and attack rating increase. That is really nice. I have another combo for Gwyneth with this as well, which means she won't hit everyone, but she will get these increases, which I'm absolutely pumped about. If I put Gwyneth in the front row, have him in behind her, he's going to knock that front enemy back, getting her out of Gwyneth's way, meaning she gets all her buffs. Then he's going to use this howl, increasing his stats and her stats. I've just got so many fun Gwyneth combos to play with this guy. I just want to pull one copy of him and test this because I'm pretty pumped about it over on that account. So maybe Gwyneth summons coming soon, who knows. But this is really nice. And the reason I say that this is really nice is because this ability, it says they have to, when they move, they have to, that's when they get the bleeding damage. So apparently, I'm guessing if they stand still, they don't take the bleed damage. However, as soon as he finishes this ability, he always goes straight into the howl, meaning they're going to be running away, meaning happy days for the bleed. It's cool. Final skill, Savagery. Titus, and I don't know if I'm saying this right. I think it's Titus. I suck at names. Viciously and persistently attacks an enemy whose health is lower than 50% of its maximum until they are slain. When using this ability, attack rating of Titus is normal attacks is increased by 35%. That's not too bad. Because when we go test hero, we can't see it. I don't know if he still uses his other skills whilst doing this. I'm pretty sure he would. I feel like it just means he focuses on that enemy and will just attack them until they die. But yeah, his normal attacks get increased damage, which is nice. And also with skill ups, Leech Life level is raised by 40 while pursuing the weakest enemy. Really, really nice. Gives him some good sustain. And attack increase, then the next skill up is the attack rating on normal attacks increased to 50%. Really nice. Now, the design of this guy, I love it. It just looks like, okay, World of Warcraft, anyone who played it. I was always Horde. When Worgen's coming out, I was devastated that they weren't on Horde. I did make a slight alt that was a Worgen rogue, and this just looks like rogue gear. He's got the blades. Like, it's just, it takes me back. So absolutely love this design. Let's go to test hero and have a look at it. As you can see, he runs straight into battle and uses that that combo attack. I'll have to see. I don't know if anything's gonna like outspeed that and interrupt him. I'm hoping not, but we'll have to wait and see. And as you can see, after he uses it, he's going to use his fear, which is really, really nice. And that's his ultimate ability. Does the AoE and then does the land. But let's go back to the start of battle. So let's go back here and go test hero. So he'll do his combo attack and then straight into the fear. So meaning he's going to bleed them up at the start of the battle and then make them run away. As for, it's hard to see him doing his focus thing where he just attacks the enemy below 50 because they're pretty much dying instantly. But I think that's when he goes red. That means he's doing his like enrage focus. There you go. Yeah, he goes red and he still uses his ultimate ability there. And he was red and he was using his combo attack. So I'm fairly certain that means that he will basically just use all his abilities when he's targeting that enemy below 50%. And just basically do more damage. I just think this guy is so cool. I'm so pumped for this. Like, definitely, I'm going to say my new favorite hero in the game. We are in the honeymoon phase, so who knows? But I'm pretty excited about this guy. And yeah, as you can see, he's starting to get that health back when he goes red because he's getting that extra leech life. It's so nice. It is so nice. I hope I can pull a bunch of copies of him on the Gwyneth account. Let's exit. Absolute beast. Then we go over here. We can go over here and take a look at Isolde. This guy, I was really pumped about his knockback too, but as you can see, he's really slow at getting to it, and I feel like he'll get interrupted a lot as well with that. So not as excited about this guy anymore with the Gwyneth combo, but hey, they had another hero that gets me even more excited. But he just looks like, once again, it's hard to tell until you test it against something, that you're actually trying to beat. But it looks like a lot of sustain. And as you can see, normally when you do this test hero thing, heroes don't lose much health, but it's because he's sacrificing his own health that he is losing it, but he's also restoring it. So have to just see how this guy plays when someone gets enough copies to actually test him. So that's him. The next thing that I want to look at is the formation system. Now, this is pretty nice. If we go down here, so just in the heroes page, you got heroes. To the left of that, you have formation. And look at all the formations they let us make. As you can see, it's bugging out. So what do we have? We have 50 formations. So the gear thing that I was hoping for is not a thing. But this is a lot of formations. Really, really good for the challenges arena. When you've got to have 3 teams, you can just make a bunch of different formations that you normally use and then dump them in. You can have your Riz team. You can have your Soren team. You can have so many different teams. So this is really nice. I love how many teams they give us the option for. Like I said, the gear thing was definitely hoping for a bit much because I feel like that would be a bit complicated to make. But this, I really do like. I like all these formations. I think it's great. So it'll just become getting used to where you put the formations for which ones, and then you'll be pretty much set. It'd be cool if we could rename the formation name to what it was for. But hey, really, really, really nice. Then the next thing we can look at is the filters. So as you can see down here, to the left of all here, you can see there's that little drop bar, and you can filter up and you can filter through strength, intellect, and agility. Really nice. No complaints about that. Moving on from that, the next changes that we had to look at were the Hogan and Muriel changes. So Hogan, I've got my the live version of this up on the other page, but so Hogan's ultimate ability got changes. So you can see here now it says it's actually a nerf to him, which is good because I feel like most of the time you'll be going against a Hogan in campaign, not using one. Early game you use him a bit if you are at that stage, so it kind of sucks a little bit. But it's basically changing him from to have less CC and more damage. Like I said, it could be a good thing in campaign, it could be a bad thing. I don't know. If the damage makes you get one shot by him at later stages, it'll suck, but it does stop some of his CC. So as you can see, the changes for skill ups are 260% and 320. On live servers, it goes to 140, and then the shockwave knocks enemies down. So yeah. I think on live servers this is a typo anyway, because the original is 200%. and then it goes to 140. So I think it's a bug, but the big thing is it no longer has a knockdown, so that might be beneficial, but it's a pretty big damage multiplier to the 320, so who knows? We'll see how that goes. The other thing they said in the patch notes was that they got visual changes. I couldn't really see visual changes in the when I did test hero. The one thing I was hoping that they would do is sort of update some of the characters. So if we look at Muriel here, you can see that she's got like a real crisp sort of clean lines. It's all fairly clear. Hogan still has that sort of hazy, fuzzy lined look about him. I know he's not too bad. The best one to look at for this is Kaz. Like some of the early models, they just look really fuzzy. I'm hoping they just update all those ones, because all the new heroes, if we go to some, even him, who's a fairly new hero, he's a bit hazy. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys can see what I'm talking about, but some heroes are hazy, some are really crisp. I'd just like to see them all get that crisp sort of clean lined look, and then I'd be pretty happy. But you know, it's some work to do. But like I said, I don't know why that happened to some heroes. Like Kaz is the most obvious one to me. She's just a bit fuzzy, but we'll have to see and wait. I just stumbled there. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I couldn't really notice any visual changes when we go to the test hero thing. I feel like I remember her doing all those things anyway. I had a look on both, but hey, if there's something there that I missed, let me know. But that is going to be it for this one. Really, really pumped about Titus. Actually, before we go, let's get a Titus on this account. Let's go. We have no faction scrolls. We have this. Let's go. Come on. Wait, what happened there? What happened there? Oh, the new animation. I didn't let it play. Okay, it does like a little flip by flip when you do it before you hit open all. Okay, that's interesting. We'll have to see how that goes in another video, because I rushed through and didn't get to see it properly. But hey, that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.